In life, we are given many opportunities. Sometimes, opportunity comes with great risk. Our morals set the basis for whether or not we will decide if something is worth that risk. Making this decision is what makes us human. Our screenplay, The Choice, is seen through the eyes of John Newham, an average working class man who was given the opportunity to fulfill his utmost desires, but with unknown consequences. We follow John on his journey and whether or not he decides the risks are worth giving up his moral code.
John Newell is our protagonist. John is a middle-aged man, best suited to be played by James McAvoy from The Wanted, who believes that success is achieved through hard work and upholding your morals. John is a plain man, sporting an old battered suit that's too big for him and hair that he clearly tried to cut himself. John appears tired from the long hours in his apartment spent wishing his circumstances were different. He is exhausted from constantly maintaining his strong morals in the face of constant failure and others who either didn't work hard or cheat their way to success. John's moral compass is opposed to cheating or unfair acts, believing that the universe is bound to give you an opportunity if you deserve it and there's no need to cheat. John's emotional journey shows how his morals change when he finds himself questioning his beliefs as he's constantly faced with misfortunes and wrongdoings.
The first act introduces the protagonist having a conversation with his superior, who tells him there's a high chance he won't be receiving the latest job promotion. However, John has 24 hours to come up with a new presentation as a final opportunity to show the company's executives what he can do. John is ecstatic as his optimistic personality holds on to this last bit of hope. This act creates an inciting incident that John strives to find a solution for, employing his girlfriend and colleague to help develop this presentation.
The second act begins with a strange businessman, suited to be played by William Dafoe from Spider-Man 1, who bumps into John and spills his coffee all over him. The man begins to apologize, lending John tissues to clean up the spill and making small talk. They laugh about being underappreciated in the workplace, the man commenting that John has untapped potential. John is confused by these personal comments, questioning the man's identity. He realizes that the man knows more about John than he could previously expect. When he brings up his presentation, the man offers to not only help with his presentation, but to create unlimited success. All John has to do is trust him. John remains skeptical as the man presents a pill, explaining that it can change a man's life for the better. John resists the offer to cheat his way to success, arguing his moral stance. The man grabs his arm, saying that every opportunity comes with a risk, and he must decide if that's a price he's willing to pay. The man insists he should reconsider as he places the pill in John's hand before walking away. John is lost in thought as he stares at the pill before dismissing it as a cheater's game.
The final act shows John at a dry cleaner, where his jacket has been destroyed rather than cleaned. John stares at his burnt and tattered jacket as the dry cleaner employee apologizes. John leaves with his jacket, stopping at the doorway to take out the pill, considering the offer once more. He hastily puts the pill away and goes to work. John arrives and his co-worker, who supposedly helped with the PowerPoint, cannot be found. He makes eye contact with the stranger, who nods his head at him while standing ominously in the hallway. John scoffs at this morally decrepit stranger. He enters the break room, watching the executives head to the meeting room. He places the pill on the counter, staring at it deeply. His focus is interrupted when he receives a text. He pulls it out and reads that his girlfriend has forgotten to finish the pitch. This is the moment of crisis for John, who has no hope and no presentation. The final incident is the culmination of John's emotional turmoil. He considers the situation at hand, losing all optimism. At the end of the tunnel, he finds his solution. The final scene shows John swallowing the pill, abandoning his morals for his inner desires. The camera pans away to the man who watches him, smirking, an ironic success in the end.
The protagonist's emotional deterioration from the series of horrendous misfortunes that occur are intended to make viewers empathize with our character. The overarching theme of choice guides the audience on this journey, engaging them in a moment of self-reflection. What would they sacrifice to improve their life when there is no light at the end of the tunnel? Each day we are faced with making difficult decisions. As life becomes uncertain, we must ask ourselves, what do we value most? John made his choice. What would you risk in order to achieve your greatest desires?